The ancient wisdom keepers spoke of a hidden doorway, a sacred passage that few discover in their lifetime. This doorway doesn't exist in the physical world you can touch, but in the realm where thought becomes reality. I'm speaking of a mysterious connection between your deepest prayers and the abundant universe that surrounds us all. What if I told you that within the next moments, you would discover a profound truth that has transformed the lives of those who truly embrace it? Not a trick, not a scheme, but a spiritual alignment that opens channels of prosperity most never realize exist within their reach. You've stumbled upon this message today not by accident. The universe operates with precise timing, and your presence here is evidence of a readiness within your spirit, a readiness to receive what has always been meant for you. Abundance is your birthright, from the smallest seed that multiplies into a forest to the stars that number beyond comprehension. The natural state of our universe is one of magnificent plenty, yet so many walk through life accepting limitation as their portion, believing scarcity to be the natural order. Today, we break that pattern together. I'm going to share with you a sacred prayer practice that has been whispered among spiritual seekers who understand the delicate balance between the material and spiritual worlds. This isn't about greed or accumulation, but about aligning yourself with the natural flow of abundance that permeates all of creation. This prayer works differently than others you may have tried before. It operates at the intersection of gratitude and intention, creating a vibration that resonates with the universal source of all prosperity. When approached with sincerity and belief, it begins a process of transformation, not just in your external circumstances, but in how you perceive and receive abundance in all its forms. I must be honest with you. This isn't magical thinking. The prayer I'll share requires something of you: presence, belief, and a willingness to see yourself as worthy of the abundance you seek. The universe responds not just to our words, but to the energy behind them. Some have experienced profound shifts after embracing this practice. Others have witnessed a gradual unfolding of new opportunities, unexpected gifts, and resources appearing just when needed. The timeline differs for each soul, but the principle remains consistent. When we align our inner world with abundance, our outer world begins to reflect that alignment. What makes this prayer powerful is how it addresses both the spiritual obstacles that have blocked your prosperity and the practical mindset needed to recognize and receive wealth when it appears before you. Many pray for abundance but miss it when it arrives wearing unexpected clothes. In these sacred moments, we'll share together, prepare yourself for a journey that begins in the heart and radiates outward. The wealth you seek exists in potential form, waiting for the right frequency, your frequency, to bring it into manifest reality. This is not about quick fixes, but about permanent transformation in how you relate to prosperity itself. It's about discovering that you stand at the center of an abundant universe that has been waiting for you to simply open your hands and heart to receive. Take a deep breath. Center yourself in this moment. The journey to wealth begins not with striving, but with stillness, the quiet certainty that what you seek is already seeking you. Are you ready to receive? Have you ever lain awake at night, staring at the ceiling, your mind racing with worry about how you'll make ends meet? That heaviness in your chest, the tightness in your throat as you calculate and recalculate, hoping that somehow the numbers will change? I know that feeling, the silent shame of opening your wallet to find emptiness staring back at you, the forced smile when friends suggest a dinner out that you simply cannot afford, the quiet dignity you try to maintain while declining invitations, making excuses, hiding the truth. Perhaps you've felt the sting of watching others prosper while you struggle. You see their vacation photos, their new homes, their carefree spending, and you wonder, what do they know that I don't? What am I doing wrong? These questions burrow deep, challenging not just your financial decisions, but your very worth. Do you remember the last time you checked your bank account and felt your stomach drop? That moment when numbers on a screen somehow transformed into a weight you carry on your shoulders? A weight that follows you throughout your day, coloring every decision, every interaction. For some of you listening, financial struggle has been a constant companion. You were raised in lack, taught to expect little, conditioned to believe that wealth was for others, not for you. Those early lessons became the foundation of your relationship with money, a relationship built on fear rather than possibility, Others among you once knew prosperity but have watched it slip away. The business that failed, the investment that soured, the medical bills that consumed your savings, the divorce that divided everything you'd built. And with each loss, a piece of your confidence crumbled, leaving you wondering if you'll ever recover what was taken. The most painful part might be the isolation. Financial struggle often forces us into silence. We don't want others to know, to judge, to offer pity, or perhaps worse, advice that doesn't account for our reality. And so we carry this burden alone, putting on a brave face while anxiety gnaws at our peace. How exhausting it is to constantly calculate, to mentally tally each purchase, to feel that flutter of panic when an unexpected expense appears. The mental energy consumed by financial worry is immense, energy that could be directed toward joy, creativity, connection, service. And then there's the spiritual question that haunts many who seek abundance. If I am worthy, if I am loved by the Creator, why do I struggle while others thrive? Have I been overlooked, forgotten, judged, undeserving? These questions create distance between us and the divine source of all abundance, causing us to pray with doubt rather than certainty. The cycle becomes vicious. Worry creates tension. Tension blocks flow. Blocked flow prevents opportunity. Lack of opportunity reinforces worry, and round we go, feeling increasingly powerless to break free. Perhaps the deepest wound is what financial struggle does to our dreams. One by one, we set them aside. Someday, we tell ourselves, knowing in our hearts that someday may never come. The trips not taken, the gifts not given, the education not pursued, the business not started, the impact not made. Parts of our souls slowly go dormant as we focus merely on survival. I share these reflections not to deepen your pain, but to acknowledge it, to let you know that you are seen in your struggle, that your concerns are valid, that your desire for abundance is not greed, it is a longing to express your full potential, to experience the freedom that allows generosity, growth, and joy. This is why we often seek spiritual solutions for material problems, because intuitively we sense that our outer circumstances reflect our inner reality. That perhaps the key to changing our financial situation lies not just in practical strategy, though that has its place, but in healing our relationship with abundance itself. What if the wealth you seek has been seeking you? What if the very struggles you've endured have been preparing you for a profound shift in consciousness that will finally allow you to receive what has always been yours? This is where prayer enters, not as a desperate plea, but as a sacred realignment with the natural flow of abundance that permeates all of creation. In the ancient text of Malachi, we find a profound invitation. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, that there may be food in my house. Test me in this, says the Lord Almighty, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be room enough to store it. This powerful passage reveals a spiritual principle that transcends religious boundaries. The universe operates through exchange, through flow, through a sacred relationship between giving and receiving. When we position ourselves in this flow, abundance becomes not just possible, but inevitable. Prayer is the technology of the soul. It's the bridge between the visible and invisible worlds, between what is and what could be. When we pray with true understanding, we're not begging an external deity for favors. We're aligning our consciousness with the infinite abundance that already exists. The prayer I'm about to share with you works through three essential principles. First, it acknowledges lack without giving it power. By naming our current situation with honesty but not attachment, we create space for transformation. Many spiritual traditions teach that what we resist persists, but what we acknowledge can be released. Second, this prayer activates gratitude, not as a passive feeling, but as a creative force. When we express genuine thankfulness for what we already have, we tune our vibrational frequency to abundance rather than scarcity. This is not spiritual bypassing, it's energetic positioning. Third, and most importantly, this prayer connects your individual needs with the greater good. True wealth never comes at the expense of others, but flows as part of a greater movement of prosperity that lifts all. When your intention includes service and contribution, you remove the subconscious blocks that may have limited your receiving. What makes this approach different is that it addresses both your spiritual relationship with abundance and your practical capacity to receive it. Many prayers focus solely on the asking, without preparing the asker to recognize and accept wealth when it appears. Consider wealth as water and your life as a vessel. If your vessel has cracks of unworthiness, holes of self-sabotage, or is simply too small due to limited thinking, then no amount of water poured will remain. This prayer helps repair and expand your vessel even as it calls forth the flow. I want to be clear, this is not about accumulating for accumulation's sake. The purpose of financial abundance is freedom. Freedom to make choices based on vision rather than necessity. Freedom to share generously, freedom to develop your gifts fully without the constraints of constant worry. The prayer we'll engage with is designed to work at multiple levels of consciousness. As you speak the words, they'll begin to dissolve the hidden barriers you may have carried. Beliefs about money being spiritually impure, fears that wealth would change you for the worse, or the subtle sense that you don't quite deserve abundance. This is why so many conventional approaches to financial improvement fail. They address the outer actions without healing the inner relationship. It's like planting seeds in soil that can't sustain growth. The initial sprouting may occur, but lasting abundance cannot take root. Through this prayer practice, you're not just asking for money, you're declaring your readiness to become a channel of prosperity. You're stating your willingness to be a wise steward of abundance. You're affirming your capacity to receive without guilt and give without fear. Are you prepared to engage with abundance not just as something you want, but as something you're willing to become? Because true wealth isn't just having, it's being. And that transformation begins now with a single, sincere prayer from the depths of your heart. Before we enter the sacred space of prayer together, I invite you to take a simple but powerful action that will anchor this experience in your physical reality. Find a piece of paper, any paper will do, and a pen. This will become your prosperity declaration. On this paper, I want you to write these words: I am now ready to receive the abundance that has always been meant for me. Below this statement, write down one specific financial blessing you're seeking. Be clear and detailed. Is it a specific amount of money to pay off debt? A new income opportunity? A resolution to a financial challenge? Write it down with certainty, as if it's already happening. This act of writing is not magical thinking. It's a neurological and spiritual commitment. When we engage multiple senses in our intentions, we create stronger neural pathways. We literally rewire our brains to recognize and receive prosperity when it appears in our lives. Now place your hand over what you've written. Feel the connection between your intention and your physical body. Take 3 deep breaths, allowing your body to relax with each exhale. With each breath, imagine releasing any tension, doubt, or unworthiness you've carried about money. Breathe in acceptance, breathe out judgment, breathe in possibility, breathe out limitation, breathe in abundance, breathe out scarcity. This paper becomes a physical anchor for the transformation we're creating together. After our prayer, place it somewhere you'll see it daily, perhaps on your mirror, in your wallet, or beside your bed. Each time your eyes fall upon these words, you'll be reinforcing the new relationship with wealth that we're establishing today. For some of you, this might feel uncomfortable. You might hear that inner critic questioning if this is real, if this could possibly work for you. Acknowledge that voice with compassion, but don't give it authority. That voice represents the old patterns we're here to transform. As we prepare to move into the prayer itself, I want you to settle into a position of receptivity. If possible, uncross your arms and legs, allowing energy to flow freely through your body. Place your feet firmly on the ground, creating a sense of connection with the earth, the ultimate symbol of abundance and provision. Open your palms slightly, a physical gesture that represents your willingness to receive. This posture of openness is not just symbolic, it affects your psychology, your energetic field, and your capacity to welcome prosperity. Now, close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or simply soften your gaze. We're about to enter the most powerful part of our journey together, the prayer that aligns your spirit with the infinite source of all abundance. Trust this process. Trust yourself. Trust that you are worthy of the prosperity you seek. Divine source of all abundance, I come before you now in humble recognition that all wealth flows from your infinite supply. I open my heart, my mind, and my hands to receive. In this sacred moment, I acknowledge where I stand. I have walked through valleys of financial worry. I have climbed mountains of uncertainty. I have carried burdens that were never mine to bear. And now I release them. I release the belief that struggle is noble. I release the fear that abundance will change me for the worse. I release the doubt that I am worthy of prosperity. I release them all, making space for what wants to come. You who clothe the lilies and feed the birds of the air, you who created a universe of magnificent plenty, you know my needs before I even speak them. Yet I name them now, bringing light to what has lived in shadow. I need financial peace that allows me to sleep without worry. I need resources that enable me to share generously. I need abundance that frees me to fulfill my purpose. I need wealth that flows through me, not just to me. As I speak these needs, I feel something shifting within me. A door that was locked is beginning to open. A channel that was blocked is being cleared. A belief that was limiting is losing its power. I am ready to receive in ways I've never been before. I am worthy of abundance simply because I exist. I am capable of managing wealth with wisdom and grace. I am destined for prosperity as unique as my fingerprint. Divine intelligence that orders the universe, show me where opportunity awaits my notice. Guide my eyes to see what I've been missing, direct my steps toward the abundance that seeks me. I know there are no accidents in your perfect design. The financial challenges I've faced have prepared me. They've taught me resilience, creativity, and faith. They've molded me into someone who can receive what's coming. Now I declare with unwavering certainty, wealth is flowing toward me from expected and unexpected sources. Opportunities for abundance are revealing themselves daily. My capacity to receive is expanding with every breath. My relationship with money is healing, transforming, flourishing. I see it, I feel it, I claim it, I thank you for it. As this new financial reality materializes in my life, I commit to being a channel, not merely a reservoir. I will give and receive in balanced exchange. I will use prosperity as a force for good in this world. I will remember that wealth is energy meant to flow. When doubt arises, and I know it will, I return to this moment of perfect alignment. I remember that abundance is my birthright. I recall that you have always provided what I need. I trust that you will continue to do so in ever-increasing ways. The walls I built around my heart through fear of lack are crumbling now, dissolving back to dust, and in their place, a garden of possibility grows, watered by my faith, nourished by my gratitude, blossoming into prosperity beyond what I could ask or imagine. I breathe in this new reality. With each inhale, I draw abundance closer. With each exhale, I release what no longer serves me. My very breath becomes a prayer of receiving. I see my bank accounts increasing. I feel the relief of bills paid with ease. I experience the joy of giving without calculation. I know the freedom of choices made from vision, not necessity. I taste the sweetness of financial peace. This is happening now. It has already begun. Like a seed beneath the soil, unseen but growing, my prosperity is taking root in fertile ground. What appears dormant is actually developing. What seems delayed is perfectly timed. Divine Provider, I recognize your presence in my life, in the unexpected refund that arrives, in the sudden opportunity that opens, in the inspired idea that leads to increase, in the act of generosity that multiplies. Your abundance finds countless ways to reach me. I need only be willing to receive it when it appears. I need only have eyes to see it in all its forms. I need only trust that you desire my well-being. The struggle I've known with finances has never been your intention for my life. You designed me for sufficiency, not scarcity. You created me for abundance, not anxiety. You intended wealth as my ally, not my adversary. And so I stand at this threshold of transformation, knowing that as I change my inner relationship with wealth, my outer circumstances must and will follow. It is law, it is principle, it is truth. The universe rushes to support my new vibration of prosperity. Channels of income are opening that I haven't yet imagined. Resources are making their way to me through divine coordination. Wealth recognizes me as its rightful steward. I am becoming a magnet for money. I am developing prosperity consciousness. I am embodying abundant thinking. I am receiving financial blessings. I am. Through this prayer, a new pattern is established. The old story of never enough dissolves. The new story of more than enough emerges, and I step fully into this narrative of abundance, claiming it not just as what I want, but as who I am becoming. For this transformation, for this abundance, for all that has been and all that will be, I offer my deepest, most sincere gratitude. It is done. It is happening. It is mine, and for this I say thank you. What has just happened in these sacred moments cannot be undone. The prayer you've participated in has set in motion forces of abundance that will continue to unfold in your life. Just as a stone creates ripples when dropped into still water, your declaration of readiness has created ripples in the field of infinite possibility. I believe with complete conviction that financial transformation is occurring within you and around you right now. The energy of lack is being replaced by the energy of sufficiency. The mindset of scarcity is giving way to the mindset of abundance. The pattern of struggle is being overwritten by the pattern of flow. Can you feel it? That subtle shift in your body? That lightness in your chest where heaviness once resided? That sense of possibility where doubt once dominated? These physical sensations are not coincidental. They are confirmation that something profound is taking place. Your financial story is being rewritten in this very moment. Where you once saw obstacles, you will now recognize opportunities. Where you once felt panic about money, you will now experience peace. Where you once made decisions from fear, you will now choose from faith. Where you once closed yourself to receiving, you will now open with gratitude. This transformation begins first in the invisible realm of consciousness, then manifests in the visible world of circumstance. Like a farmer who plants in spring but harvests in autumn, there may be a period between your prayer and its complete manifestation. This is not delay, it is divine timing. During this period of unfolding, unexpected blessings will appear as confirmation that you're on the right path. Watch for them: a surprise discount, an unexpected refund, a generous gift, a brilliant idea, a timely opportunity. These are not coincidences, but cosmic responses to your new vibration of readiness. I see doors of financial opportunity opening before you that have long been closed. I see resources flowing toward you from directions you haven't even thought to look. I see increase coming to your finances in ways that will leave no doubt about the power of the prayer we've shared. The struggle with money that has drained your energy and dampened your spirit is being transformed into a relationship of ease and joy. Money is becoming your ally rather than your adversary. Wealth is becoming your birthright rather than your burden. I declare that the financial breakthrough you've been waiting for is already in motion. It's making its way to you through channels both expected and unexpected. It's approaching with a momentum that cannot be stopped by doubt, delayed by fear, or diverted by unworthiness. Your prosperity is inevitable because you have aligned yourself with the natural flow of abundance that permeates all of creation. You have removed the inner blocks that were preventing wealth from reaching you. You have cleared the channel, you have opened the door. The days of constant calculation, of making do, of stretching thin are giving way to days of more than enough, of overflow, of abundance that allows both security and generosity. This is your new reality, not because you've demanded it, but because you've allowed it. I believe that within the coming weeks, you will look back on this moment as the turning point in your financial story. The moment when something fundamental shifted within you that made it possible for external circumstances to shift as well. The moment when you finally gave yourself permission to receive what has always been yours. The universe is already responding to your declaration. The wheels of abundance are already turning in your favor. The path to prosperity is already being cleared before you. All that's required now is your continued belief, your sustained expectation, and your willingness to recognize abundance when it appears. You are becoming wealth itself, not just a recipient of money, but an embodiment of abundance. Your very presence is beginning to signal to the universe, I am ready, I am worthy, I am receiving. This is happening. This is real. This is yours. Hold this certainty close as you move forward from this moment. Let it inform your thoughts, your words, your decisions, your expectations. Let it transform not just your bank account, but your entire relationship with the material world. The prayer we've shared has set you on a new trajectory, one that leads away from struggle and toward sufficiency, away from anxiety and toward assurance, away from lack and toward limitlessness. Your journey to wealth has truly begun. As we bring this sacred time to a close, I want you to take a moment to notice how you feel. There's likely a calmness that wasn't there before, a sense of certainty about your financial future that may feel new and yet somehow familiar. As if you're remembering a truth you've always known at your core. This feeling is precious. It's the sensation of alignment with abundance. Carry it with you as you return to your daily life. Let it inform how you think about money, how you speak about finances, how you make decisions about resources. This new vibration will attract its match in the physical world. Remember the declaration you wrote earlier? Keep it somewhere visible. Each time you see it, touch it, read it, you strengthen the energetic blueprint of prosperity we've created together. These words are not wishful thinking. They are the architectural drawings from which your new financial reality is being built. If you've been moved by this experience, I invite you to share it with others who might benefit. Abundance multiplies when shared, just as a candle loses nothing by lighting another candle. There is no scarcity in spiritual truth. There is more than enough for all who are ready to receive. I encourage you to return to this prayer whenever you feel the old patterns of financial worry beginning to resurface. Use it as a reset button, a way of quickly realigning yourself with the truth of abundance rather than the illusion of lack. With practice, this new consciousness will become your default state. In the days and weeks ahead, stay alert to the signs of increasing prosperity in your life. They may start small, a found dollar, an unexpected discount, a refund you weren't expecting. Acknowledge these as confirmation that larger abundance is on its way. Gratitude for small blessings creates space for greater ones. I believe in the transformation that's beginning in your financial life. I believe in your worthiness to receive it. I believe in your capacity to steward it. I believe in your destiny to share it. You are leaving behind the consciousness of struggle and stepping into the consciousness of sufficiency. You are moving from the energy of desperation to the energy of expectation. You are transforming from someone who hopes for wealth to someone who attracts it naturally. This is your heritage. This is your birthright. This is your time. May the abundance you've claimed today flow to you in perfect timing and perfect measure. May it bless not only your life, but the lives of all you touch. May it bring you not just material comfort, but spiritual fulfillment. May it free you to become everything you were created to be. The prayer is complete, but the miracle of abundance is just beginning. Go forward in faith, in certainty, and in gratitude. Your wealth awaits.